Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. My name is Takhsh. I'm an immigration attorney from Chicago. I've been doing this line of work for over 10 years, helping individuals and families maneuver their respective immigration journeys. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about a very important part of the asylum process, specifically the statement that accompanies the I-589 application for asylum. When we talk about the statement, I always refer to it as the heart and soul of your case. Why is that? Because really, that is the only way, it is by way of your statement that the officer is able to walk in your shoes. By providing detailed information in your statement about why you are afraid to return to your home country, you are giving the officer a glimpse into your life. And really, that's what it's about. The officer wants to know you, wants to know about you, wants to know of your life, about your life. And the statement is such a critical part of this whole process. And so when I take on a case for asylum, and I ask my clients to provide a statement to me, I tell them, don't worry about the style, don't worry about how long it is, just pour your heart out onto paper. Talk to me as though I am your friend. Tell me why you cannot go back. Where have you been? Where are you now? What are your aspirations? Why are you afraid? And of course, I don't just leave them with that general guidance. I tell them, answer the following questions in your statement. Who? What? When? Where? Why? And how? What do I mean by that? Well, let's say I'm the applicant and I say to my attorney, they hit me. Who's they? How did they hit you? Where did they hit you? Did they have a weapon? What type of weapon? Did you bleed? How bad was the cut? It was pretty deep. Did you need stitches? Yes, I did. How many stitches? Did you need medical attention? Yes, I did. Did you have to go to the hospital? Yep. Which hospital? Where is it located? Do you remember the doctor's name? What was your room like? Do you have medical records to provide proof of what happened? You see where I'm going with this. The who, the what, the when, the where, the why, and the how. Because if you provide detailed information to the adjudicator, the asylum office is going to be able to believe you that much more. Because someone who has experienced harm and is able to recount the details over and over and over again without flinching, that person is credible. That person is telling the truth. And so, of course, it requires a lot of work. It requires courage to some extent. When I ask my clients to provide a statement to me, I'm asking them to remember some traumatic experiences in their lives. It's difficult for them to recall those events. I always tell them, imagine you are ill. You're sick. You go to the doctor and the doctor gives you medicine that tastes bad. It feels bad, but you know it's good for you. In the same way, when I ask my clients to provide detailed accounts of what has happened to them, I know it's difficult. They often cry. Who wouldn't? But it's like the medicine that is good for them, because it is by virtue of the detailed accounts that we are able to gain credibility in the eyes of the US government. And so when I get that statement from my client, of course it's not perfect. I put on my officer hat and I begin to dissect it. I ask questions, poignant questions. What did you mean by this? Who? Where did they take you? How did they take you? What does this mean? What did you mean by that phrase? And we go back and forth to make sure that the statement is as clear and concise and heartfelt, and most importantly, truthful as possible. And so I encourage you to not be afraid to pour your heart onto paper, because it is by virtue of that act that you are opening the possibility of a future. And remember, the first draft is never going to be perfect, but don't be afraid. Begin to write. pour your heart out onto paper. Once you are able to start, you can then go back and refine, edit, revise accordingly. I hope you found this video helpful. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us or leave a comment below. We're always happy to hear from you. Until next time, be well.